it's Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions, and today we're talking about emotional boundary setting. So what is emotional boundary setting? What we find is that often, and you can go back and look at kind of the Venn diagram and relationships and the negative dynamic in relationships. We talked about it last week. And so what we're looking at with emotional boundary setting is understanding and accepting that everybody has their own stuff, their own past that they're bringing into their present. And oftentimes that past occupying their present is projecting negative energy, and we're absorbing all of it. And so, what we're trying to do is set boundaries so that we don't absorb other people's negative energy. We got enough negative energy for ourselves. We do not need to absorb other people's negative energy. And so what we want to do is be able to put a fortress up so that we understand what our emotional energy is and what other people's emotional energy is, and making sure that they don't cross. A good way of doing that, especially when we have people that just seem to take a little bit more of our time, our emotional time, whether that is you're not sleeping at night and you're like, God, why is this person in my head? This is not what I want to think about right now. I just want to go to sleep. Or, they're coming up during the day, or it feels like it takes, some people are so emotionally draining. I swear it takes 72 hours to get them out, to let go of that negative energy that they put on us. And so it just feels like days are a little more reactionary and a little more complicated when we have interactions with these people. Sometimes that's our family. Oftentimes it's our family. Sometimes it's really close friends. Sometimes it's bosses and coworkers. So it can come from anywhere. And there can usually be a complicated nature around it, making it hard to set those boundaries. But the best way to set boundaries is to draw a circle. And inside that circle, we put what serves us. What kind of relationship do we want with these people? What is the interactions that, we want and that, are meaningful to us and serve us within that relationship? And then anything outside of the circle doesn't serve us. It's not something that is a part of our relationship. It's not something that we want to be asked to do. It's not something that, is meaningful to us and connects with our own values, visions of success and beliefs. And when we can do that, then it's very concrete. We can see, okay, the interaction that I'm having, the ask that I am getting, does this fit inside the circle or outside of the circle? And if it fits inside the circle, then we reward it. Yes, okay, hey, what's going on? I like this. And we continue to reward it. If it's outside of the circle, then we set boundaries. We either ignore for extinction. Best way to extinguish a behavior, ignoring it, is to not feed it, because negative consequences means that you're giving positive reinforcement that you notice the behavior, even though it is negative. But most people who are toxically dumping on you emotionally probably isn't going to pick that up. They do better with ignoring it, to not even notice that it's there and start rewarding the behaviors you want to continue to see. Oftentimes, people who break emotional boundaries are because they're stuck in some type of attachment difficulty, either insecure or avoidant, or a little bit of both, or even most often they have a fearful avoidance. So they have, kind of chronic things happening in childhood that really create this battle in attachment. And so the more that we ignore, the more that we extinguish. And so we look at harnessing and fostering growth inside our circle and ignoring and dispelling the things outside of our circle. I also like the visualization of building a fortress. So when we know that we are interacting with somebody who may be a little bit more toxic, whether that's a boss, a coworker, maybe a parent, or family member, two things I like to do. One, I like to have barriers. I like to put physical boundaries. So I may have a coffee cup, I may have like a book or something, but I always have something I like to put on. I had a coworker, really toxic boss, and a coworker said, get the crystals, you know, something that's shiny and reflective. It'll bounce all that negative energy so you don't absorb it. And so it wasn't intentional, it was purposeful. I don't know that it's real or not. You know, everybody has their beliefs, and it's important to connect with your beliefs, especially in toxic situations. But it made me feel good because my grandmother had a lot of kind of sparkly jewelry, costume jewelry that, you know, had a lot of sparkles and like crystals in it. And so I liked to wear it because I felt like she was there with me. I liked that it was kind of blingy and kind of put out some sparkle. And so on those difficult times, I had those intentions to create this barrier so I didn't absorb the negative energy that was coming into me. And so finding your fortress. Another visualization is planting a garden. So plant all of your favorite flowers in front of you and kind of imagine this dome up, and the flowers are all around the dome. And when the negative energy comes in, those little flowers are just taking all the negative energy for you, just absorbing all of it so that you don't have to. And that's a really good visualization for you to be able to set some emotional boundaries and not get that toxic energy that seems to sit with you and trigger other behaviors and create consequences that throw us into these negative cycles. That's what I have for you today. Go check out some of my previous videos that will talk about these relationship dynamics, talk about the negative brain and the negative narrative and the cycles. And I look forward to talking to you more and seeing how we can help you live a happier and healthier life. Thank you so much. Hi, it's Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness. I hope you like this video. And if you do, please go and like, share, and comment below. I am really passionate about, you know, helping people live a happier and healthier life. And I really do believe that our mind is the secret, the way in which we can get into a better place. If we can just understand, be present, and understand what our mind is doing. There's no judgment, there's no shame. The mind is just acting like an organ and trying to find survival. So I do appreciate your time watching my videos. I do hope that you will subscribe to my page, get some exclusive content. Go to my website, Counseling Wellness Solutions, to look at all of the variety of things that I have to offer. I really like the idea of being able to offer a variety of supports, from these free videos to newsletters to subscriptions where you get monthly challenges and accountability partners and learn a lot more about what your brain is doing and why you act and react and why people act and react the way that they do. I have self-help books. I've got a workbook coming out later this month, or actually next month in September, that I hope that you'll enjoy, that will walk you through and build a framework to happiness and success. I've got groups, success groups. One's kicking off on September 9th, and we're going to go through 9 weeks of living a life worth living. Next 9 weeks will be the emotional reasoning. And the third 9 weeks will be interpersonal skills. How do we negotiate our value? How do we ask for more money? How do we ask to be in a better place? And how do we lean on people to get that? And then I have my individual therapy and coaching. So if you're wanting a more specific support, I'm here for that as well. So as well as my boutique retreats where it's just 3 people, me, you, and 2 others, looking at how we build this sense of accountability, how we really interject in our lives, what is causing us despair, and how do we break through it in an intensive 3-day retreat. So go and like my page, put some comments down, start that accountability, look at my website. Thank you so much for supporting me. I look forward to helping you in any way that I can. Thank you so much.